Hey Siri, turn on studio. Hey, it worked. What's up everybody, I'm Seth Fowler, and today I'm reviewing one of the most anticipated sneaker collaborations of the year, the J Balvin Air Jordan 2. I'm a huge sucker for gimmicks, and this shoe is full of gimmicks. And while yes, gimmicks usually do make a shoe feel gimmicky, in this case, it actually really adds to the experience and makes this one of my favorite sneaker releases of the year. I know I've said that a bunch this year already, but genuinely, this shoe is awesome. So as I mentioned earlier, this shoe is a collaboration between Jordan Brand and wildly popular Colombian singer J Balvin, who's nicknamed the Prince of Reggaeton. And for those of you that are sneakerheads and also fans of J Balvin, you know that this is his second collaboration with Jordan Brand, and in my opinion, it's by far his best. So J Balvin's first collaboration actually took place on a Jordan 1 instead of a Jordan 2, and I think a lot of people usually prefer the Jordan 1 silhouette over the Jordan 2. However, the colorway that he put on that shoe was a little bit polarizing. This time around, he's actually taken a much more toned down approach to the design of this sneaker. However, this shoe does feature a lot of hidden details that actually make this shoe even more exciting than the first one. But before we dive into that, I want to give a huge thank you to the sponsor of today's video. Obviously, as sneakerheads, we all know that sneakers are an important part of our fit. However, they're not the only part of our fit, and we often forget about the other parts that tie everything together. The problem is, a lot of times we spend all of our money on sneakers and forget about everything else. The good news is though, today's sponsor GLD is here to help you with that. GLD offers affordable gold and jewelry to help you finish off your look and make sure that you're always looking as fresh as possible. Because as much as I hate to admit it, sneakers aren't everything and you really need some other pieces to really make your fit pop. GLD offers tons of high quality pieces that look incredible and are very affordable and help you finish off your look. Also, I know this is just totally a side thing, but their packaging is awesome. No matter what kind of jewelry you're looking for, GLD has you covered, whether it's chains or bracelets or even pendants. In fact, GLD actually has the NFL licenses, so you can grab a pendant of your favorite team, like the Baltimore Ravens. Big trust! GLD's jewelry is built to last, but if something does ever happen, they do offer a lifetime guarantee for all of their jewelry, so no matter what, you're covered. And because these pieces are so affordable at the GLDshop.com, you're able to grab jewelry pieces to finish off your look while still spending a bunch of money on sneakers. So if you want to complete your look and get 33% off your order, make sure to click my link in the top of the description box below. But getting back into the sneaker itself, the J Balvin Air Jordan 2 officially released on September 15th, 2022 for a pretty high retail price of $300. And while that retail price was honestly shocking to a lot of people, there is a lot of tech and special materials that went into this shoe that actually justify that price, at least for me. However, the good news is if you want to grab a pair of these and you missed out on the retail release, like I did, you can actually grab a pair of these on the resale market for basically retail. I mean, yeah, you're still paying $300 for this shoe, but at least you're not paying more than you need to. Yo, hold up. Okay, so I'm editing this video right now, and I just noticed that little piece of fuzz hitching right on my beard. It's there the whole video. I know many had comments about it. Nothing I can do about it. It is what it is. I hope you enjoy and I hope he enjoyed the ride. Okay, let's get back to it. But before we dive any deeper into the shoe, let's first take a look at the box. So I think it's obvious when you look at the box that Jordan Brand really gave J Balvin a lot of creative freedom when it came to the design of not only the sneakers, but also the packaging itself. You may have noticed that the side of the top of the box features that Jordan Wings logo edge, which I really dig, and then the actual design that's printed on the top of the box is actually this brain logo featuring these two green lightning bolts. Now, I personally don't know much about J Balvin, so I don't really know what this brain logo is supposed to symbolize other than literally a brain. I also don't know exactly why it relates to these sneakers, but either way, it's a cool look and it really makes this box very different than really any other Jordan box that's released recently. Along the bottom edge of the side, you've got Air Jordan written in this sort of scratched in text, which I really dig, and then inside the box, the paper is also pretty different than your standard Jordan 2 paper. In the case of this release, it comes in this sky blue color featuring these white clouds, as well as the Jumpman logo kind of obscured by the clouds, and also the J Balvin smiley face. And then finally, wrapping up the box, you've got the size tag on one end. I went with the size 9, which is my true size, and the official colorway of this shoe is Celestine Blue White Multi. Now, if you're wondering what Celestine Blue is, it's a color that's based upon the Celestine crystal, which is essentially a blue crystal. I actually didn't know that before the review of the shoe, and I kept hearing people saying the word Celestine, and I'm like, what the hell is a Celestine? So I googled it, and there you go, it's a crystal. So getting into the materials that make up the sneaker, around the edge of the toe of the sneaker on the mudguard, you've got this incredibly soft and buttery feeling light blue nubuck, or I guess Celestine Blue nubuck. nubuck. And stitching together all of the panels on the shoe, you've actually got this really interesting rainbow colored stitching, which I didn't even notice until I got the shoe in hand, and then I was like, wow, did someone dye the stitching rainbow colors? But no, that's just how it comes. Actually, that's exactly what they did. They dyed the stitching and then stitched it into the shoe. And it's interesting because while this stitching is a really cool accent piece, and while it sort of hides this rainbow detail that we know J Balvin loves because we saw the first J Balvin collaboration, the one thing about it is that you really notice where the stitching isn't perfectly straight. Like a lot of the stitching lines on the shoe are actually pretty jagged, and it might be because this ripstop material that we're going to talk about a little bit later is thicker than standard leather, so it might be harder to stitch, but you really notice that it's not like a perfectly straight line because the stitching comes in such a wild, crazy color. That said though, I still like it. I still think it's different and interesting, and if it was just a standard white stitch or blue stitch, it really wouldn't have drawn your eyes to the shoe the way that this rainbow color stitching does. And it's something that, again, you don't really notice in pictures online, but then when you see the shoe in person, you're like, wow, that's something I haven't seen before. Continuing up on the shoe to the toe, you've got more of that insanely buttery nubuck, which I absolutely love, and of course, more of that rainbow stitching. Then moving up along the sides of the tongue, you've got these semi-translucent blue plastic lace eyelets, which are almost the same exact lace eyelets that you find on Air Jordan 3s, which makes sense because this is the predecessor to the Air Jordan 3. And then weaving through these lace eyelets, you've got these bright white laces. At the end of the laces, you actually have these pink lace tips, which kind of add some nice contrast to the shoe when you tie the sneaker. And of course, if you decide that you don't like the white laces in the shoe, Jordan Brand does give you two other sets of laces to switch out. You've got a set of blue laces with green lace tips and a set of green laces with pink lace tips. Now I'm just going to stick with the white laces. I tend to stick with the laces that come pre-laced in the shoe because usually that's the best combination, but I do have to say that the blue that they gave you with the shoe actually matches the shoe very, very well. The green's fine, but it's really not for me. I'd either go white or blue, but probably just white. Underneath the laces, you've got the tongue, which also comes in that same super buttery nubuck, and then at the top of the tongue, you've got one of the most interesting and honestly eye-catching details of the entire shoe, and that's this white Wings logo. Now, as you guys saw at the beginning of this video, this is not any ordinary Wings logo. This Wings logo actually lights up. So on the back of the tongue, you've got this really interesting sort of 3D green power logo, which you can click, and it'll turn on and off the lights on the front of the shoe. Now, I'm gonna be honest, sometimes it's kind of hard to find the switch on the back of the tongue. There we go. And you just kind of have to click around and find it. There's like this one little small round button. You can't just click the whole logo, and sometimes it can be a real pain. Like right now. Where is it? Actually, for real, where is it? There we go. There it is. As you can see, the logo lights up bright, solid green because, of course, you've got a green LED behind the Wings logo. And then if you click the button again, it switches to a cool green pulse, which I actually really dig. I mean, let's be honest. I know LEDs and sneakers are definitely more of a kiddie thing, but at the same time, light up Nike sneakers are dope. Like, they're dope. We've always liked them as sneakerheads, and I think this is just an awesome touch. Yes, it's kind of gimmicky, and yes, it's kind of dumb, but at the same time, it's awesome and I love it. There is one big problem though, and that's that you can't charge the batteries. So once it dies, it's dead forever. Which I've got to say, for a $300 pair of sneakers retail, sucks. Like, that sucks. I mean, there's so many other crazy Nike sneakers that usually retail for around $300 that feature things like wireless charging or a little USB hole somewhere on the shoe. But this sneaker literally has no way to charge the shoe, at least not that I know of. There's no like little hidden slot where you can pull out the battery. There's no USB charging port. There's no wireless charging on the bottom of the shoe. It's literally just a battery, probably a hearing aid battery, inside the tongue of the sneaker that once it dies, it's dead. And unless you want to rip open your $300 pair of sneakers, you're kind of out of luck. So I'm actually going to try and not turn on the light too much more in this review because I don't want to kill the battery, because I genuinely don't know how long this battery is going to last. But know that it's there, know that it's cool, especially at night, but also know that you got it for a limited amount of time. Then moving inside the sneaker, you've got a fabric sock liner that actually features a blue sky printed onto it, which I think looks really nice, and it ties in well with the rest of the sneaker. The insole of the sneaker features the same sky design, and then on the heel you've got Air Jordan sort of scratched in this black text. Now, as far as sizing and fit for the J Balvin Air Jordan 2s, they fit just like every other pair of Air Jordan 2s, which for me is true to size, and Jordan Brand is usually pretty good about making their shoes true to size. However, if you've never worn a pair of Air Jordan 2s before, try and find a friend with a pair of Jordan 2s, or maybe go to a local sneaker store, try a pair on, just to make sure that you're grabbing the right size for you, which is pretty important when you're spending $300 on a pair of shoes. I know, it's not easy to find a pair of Air Jordan 2s to try on. You guys always comment that in the comment section, like, where am I going to try on a pair of these shoes? They're so expensive and hard to find. Usually, at least for Jordan 1s, you can go into a local Foot Locker and try on a different colorway of the Jordan 1s, and that'll work out for you. But for this shoe, it's going to be tough because there's not a lot of Jordan 2s out there, and I guess worst case scenario, go true to size and you should be okay. Then continuing back in the shoe, you get to this really interesting material change on the rest of the upper, and that's this light blue ripstop material. As you can see, the ripstop is almost like a padded ripstop, and it's pressed in this way that you get these sort of like pillows, which I actually really like. It gives the shoe a more utilitarian look, and I think it's a nice touch. I know that's something that not everybody loves, and I know not everybody loves ripstop, but it's actually a pretty premium material, and overall, it really adds to the look of this shoe. Plus, this material is never gonna rip. Just below the ripstop material, you've got this clear piece of TPU plastic that wraps all the way around the bottom half of the heel, and through this plastic, you can actually see another blue sky detail. It's a detail which I honestly didn't know how to feel about when I first saw pictures of this shoe online, but now that I have it in hand, and I know that's so cliche to say, it really does make me feel happier. I don't know if that's what he was going for, but this shoe makes me feel happy. It's like a fun shoe. It's got a blue sky on it. It's great. I love it. Then moving around to the heel of the shoe, through that same semi-translucent plastic, you've got the J Balvin smiley face logo printed on the heel, and just above that, you've got this nice little piece of light blue nubuck with the Nike logo printed onto it in white. Moving down on the shoe, you get to this bright white Air Jordan 2 midsole, and finally moving to the bottom of the sneaker, you've got this light blue rubber outsole. However, this outsole is not as simple as it looks. It actually glows in the dark. And I'm not gonna lie, the glow on this shoe is surprisingly strong. This is one of those shoes that pops during the daytime because of its bright blue look, and then literally pops at night because you've got the bright LED on the tongue and then the glow-in-the-dark outsole. It's a great all-around shoe. Now, I totally understand that this shoe has its downsides. The first is that the LED in the tongue of the sneaker, you can't recharge it, which sucks. The second is that the retail price of this shoe is insane at $300. However, for those downsides, you actually get an incredibly high-quality sneaker with a sick glow-in-the-dark outsole. It's got a very clean look if you like light blue sneakers. The materials are surprisingly premium, and it's just one of those collaborations that's incredibly unique. There's so much going on with this sneaker, but from a distance, you would never know, and I love that about it. I love how many little hidden details there are. Even the rainbow stitching is crazy. I think J Balvin and Jordan Brand absolutely knocked this shoe out of the park, and in my opinion, it's one of the best sneaker collaborations of 2022. But hey, let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all in the next one.